Hey there, Chuck here. This tutorial covers some of the settings within the point entry system. First thing we'll do is go to the point system home, select your region, choose your affiliate name, review the terms and conditions, and click go. Alright, once you're logged in, hover over player home and go to point entry. And when the point entry system loads, on the left side you'll see a button called settings. Go ahead and click that. Alright, these settings, some of them we covered in another tutorial, and we'll cover the basic ones right now. Send completed email is pretty much just that. The system will send you an email that the tournament was entered into the database. If you don't want the email, just unclick the checkbox. Include comments. The comments are, let me select a tournament here, and a venue, some players. Here's a comments box. If you're going to include some comments about the tournament, you'd put them here, and if you don't want them in your email, then just unclick the include comments box. Alright, use free player. As default is checked, and the free player ID by default is auto-populated for your particular system. If for some reason you need to change this free player ID to another free player for some reason, this is where you put the free player ID. If you're not going to use the free player ID, let me show you what's going to happen. Normally, let me get this set up here. So we'll put in a few player here, a few players. I don't know what I'm doing here. So I feel like this is my first time. Okay. If we commit this to the database right now the way it looks, and the free player is checked, then position 2 and position 4 will be populated with free player. If we commit this to the database and free player is unchecked, then when we commit it to the database, the only positions that will show in the tournament are positions 1, 3, and 5. Position 2 and 4 will be completely omitted. So that's what the free player ID does. Alright. Alternate director ID. If you're entering the tournament for some other director or host of a tournament, then you would check this box and put their ID here. If you leave the ID unchecked or unpopulated, it'll give you an error. So you have to have their director ID, put that here, check the alternate director ID, and then they'll get credit for the tournament. Otherwise, just leave it unchecked. Auto reorder and discontinuity check will be covered in another tutorial. So will multiply by. Delete no-shows is currently unavailable, and bonus only tournament is covered in another tutorial. Update player record is checked and will allow the database to give the players their individual points for the tournament. If you uncheck the player record checkbox, then when you commit this to the database, the players will not receive points, credits, nothing. The only thing it'll do is it'll put the tournament into the system, and it won't show anybody any points. This is used for if for some reason you need to show a tournament occurred in the past, and you don't want anybody to get points for this particular season. Another note, if you've already archived the past season that you're entering a tournament for, then you'll need to go back and re-archive the past season, if that's what you're doing. Highly advanced feature. I wouldn't normally use this unless you know what you're doing. We've covered the alternate director ID, the free player ID, and the rest of these will be covered in another tutorial. So we can reset the settings here and click OK, and that'll be it. I've got a bunch of other tutorials on YouTube and our help page, and we'll talk to you later.